Hey, welcome to the Vent Box with Keisha Jackson. Let it out, get it off your chest. Who's calling?
Sista Mary Clarence.
Hey, sister. How you doing?
Hey, I'm managing. Yeah, that's about all I got. I'm managing.
Okay. What's going on with you?
Okay, so I don't know. I think I'm becoming like to my wits end. I don't know if it's because Mercury is in retrograde or I'm just tired or overworked. I've been working the whole pandemic. I work in the mental health field, and it's like everyone, including my family, friends, everybody wants free me. Like they're coming to me with all their problems. They don't ask how I'm feeling or how I am. And outside of work, I usually don't mind, but it's more so of the not even asking how I'm doing. You still been working? How is that going? And I think the relationship that it has strained the most is me and my sister's relationship. Okay. It's like,
Stay right there because you got a microphone. Wherever you are right now, it's perfect. Your microphone is kind of scrubbing against your shirt or something like that. It kind of sounds like. So just kind of, you and your sister's relationship is kind of strained because you feel like she's not checking on her strong sister.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that she's in a relationship now. So it's like, she really not checking for me at all. And so I kind of feel a way about it because, one, the guy that she's with, I don't like at all. Like I try to be, supportive and stuff like that. But of course, when your friends are telling you the bad stuff that, goes on in a relationship, you kind of have a bias towards their partner, even when they make up.
Yes. Yeah.
And so,
I'm a firm believer in not telling people my business when things are bad. Like I just, you try to sort it out as much as you can. And if it looks like, okay, I just really need support, unless I'm at the point of no return, I'm not really sharing that because I do understand. You have to understand that people are human. And so if I do share that with somebody I love, I expect them to be like, they're riding with me. So, yeah, like now that you done made up, but you done told me all the business. Yeah, I still don't like them.
Exactly. And so I even tried to, because like our relationship, we're actually cousins, but we grew up together because we're around the same age. So we grew up taking baths and stuff together. So like we're that close. And so when she was going through her separation with her husband, I was there like sleeping on her couch, I was there helping her get through it. And at the time I was in a relationship. So I'm, compromising time with my partner at the time, to make sure that she's okay. And so now it has gotten to the point with us where they're together and I only hear from her when he's not around or when we would talk every day, all day. I'll be at work with my headphones in, we're talking, forever. And so now it's gotten to the point where I don't hear from her. She might send a text every now and then, which I understand because she's in a relationship. So she has a partner who's, taking up some of her time. But I think the thing that really kind of bugs me is that when I was in a relationship, I didn't do her like that. Like if she called me, I'm hopping up and I'm coming over there compromising time with my partner, and like even having an issue with my partner, like, guys, you don't always have to go, or you don't have, I'm like, that's my sister. To the point where my partner started to compromise, like, okay, I understand how close you all are, so I'm not going to come between that. And I understand if you hop up and go or pick up the phone, but that same energy isn't being reciprocated at all with her.
So here's the thing is, do you know how her husband, boyfriend, partner feels about you?
Well, when I'm around, he just seems like he's trying to, I guess, earn my respect and my attention and my affection because he knows that how close we are, and he knows that if I'm like, oh no, I don't like him, she's going to take it into consideration. Of course, she's her own person and she's going to do what she want to do. But so he's like extra nice and stuff, but it's just something about his energy that is off, along with the stuff that she has told me when they're bad.
So do you feel like, is she in a safe place?
Right. And that's when my therapist mode come in, because I'm like, okay, you have told me that it has gotten violent, it has gotten, verbally and emotionally abusive. So I'm like, I'm ready to come and stab and blow up stuff. And she's like, no, it's fine. So she's able to hold her own, but at the same time, the guy seems unpredictable to me, because he'll be okay 1 second and then he'll see or hear something and he just snaps. Like, just snaps.
See, so that could be part of it. I think you should show a little more patience. But I mean, when you're in need of the love and the concern, and can somebody ask me how I'm feeling today, then I understand that that's a little bit difficult for you to do. But I know that when women are in a place of insecurity, when they're in the place of just fear, and maybe it's not necessarily in the forefront, it could be kind of tucked. Maybe she doesn't even realize that she's afraid of him, or intimidation, or a place where she feels like she's not in control. It's possible that that's the reason why you're not really around like that. Like, she's not looking after you that way, because maybe he's jealous, and maybe fearful that he will just kind of snap. Like, she's, her partner is not as understanding as yours. They're two different people. And so although we'd like to see it reciprocated, it's just not, it shouldn't be expected necessarily, because from the partner, not from your sister. But you can't expect that same courtesy, that same kind of love from somebody else just because your partner gives you that. That's a blessing that you got that. She clearly doesn't have that same blessing, You know what I'm saying? Because really, when your partner really loves you, your partner encourages you to spend time with your family, fix the bad stuff. Okay, y'all need to, I know y'all ain't talked in a while, but you need to call, that's what, good partners do. So she's obviously not in that place. And I think you probably just need to keep an eye on her from a distance, so that you don't cause her any more issues. But if she's probably, I don't know, but if that situation is already like suspect and he's already been, physical with her, or they've been physical with each other, that thing can go left, volatile, really, really easily. So maybe just kind of like lighten up on her a little bit, and try to keep a watch on her from afar. But a lot of times when you have people in controlling relationships, their partner is seeking to put distance between them and their loved ones anyway, so that they can maintain control.
Yep, that's textbook abuse. Like, they isolate you from your family, that have that, so they'll feel like that they're the only person that you have to, to stick with. And I try to understand that with her, because like right now I'm single, so it's like, dang, like I kind of needed you the way you needed me when you were going through your separation, but you're not there. And then I think it really pisses me off because dude is a homosexual, and it's like, come on now. And it really pisses me off because of course he's cleaning and rubbing feet and doing this and because he don't have nowhere else to go if he, if you kick him out. So it's like, of course it's perfect, but then when it's bad and he's disrespecting you and your property, something that you have worked for, I'm like, come on now.
Does she have any kids?
No, she doesn't have any kids.
She doesn't. Okay, so there's nobody in the house that's in danger or anything like that. But that's something, it sucks, man, because when people get in relationship, like, matters of the heart are so sensitive, and it's just really hard to like check somebody when their heart is just, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just gone. Like, we've all been in situations where someone's had our heart and we just can't see them for what they are. They could be trash, and we'd be like, well, that's trash. My trash. You know what I mean?
That's my trash.
Yeah, and you try to give them a shot, until they really just exhaust, every leniency that you've given them, and then it's like, okay, we out. You know what I'm saying? But it's it's unfortunate that when you love people, they just, there's just still certain things that you just can't interfere with, especially when you get older. When you get grown, you gotta let grown folks shit play out the way it plays out. You know what I mean?
Right. And so because of that, yeah, I've been, watching her stuff on social media. I haven't went that far as being petty and like blocking her and and everything. So I still watch her on social media and stuff. But I think what like really hurt me is that it was a situation between us where I could see like clearly that she was projecting her embarrassment or however she feels about the relationship, because she tells me what she used to tell me all the time, that I know you don't approve, I know I shouldn't be with him, but this is how it is. So she knows the situation is shit, but and so she projected that on me, like she like snapped out on me, but was trying to be nice nasty about it, like I'm not mad, but, and then like had a whole read, and I'm like, okay, good night, I'm not doing this with you tonight.
Yeah, and but a lot of times when people are not happy, they act stupid. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they act the ass, and then when everything is better, they're like, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Yep. I was going through stuff, and then that's suddenly the excuse for what they're dealing with. But you gotta love her from afar. For yourself, you need to love her from afar and not, try not to internalize what she's dealing with. Because it seems like what she's dealing with really doesn't have anything to do with you. It got everything to do with her and him.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, because I can't really, I was speaking to my ex, the person I was talking about that I was with at the time, and I was talking to her about it, and of course she gives the bias, how you can be, and how she is, so y'all will get to talking again. And so I'm like, okay, well, that might be true, but I'm like, I need to talk to somebody else who don't know us or know the situation.
So there's no bias in the I appreciate you calling for that though, because I mean, somebody who doesn't have anything at stake or know you personally is obviously going to give you a more unbiased opinion, regardless of how we try to be unbiased with our friends and our family. We kind of can't. You know what I mean?
You're right. And she's like, know how you are. I'm like, so what did I do in this situation? Well, you know how you can be. I'm like, well, how can I be?
But we can all be. You know what I'm saying? We can all be. So you know what I mean? Like we all have our ways and our times and our triggers and things like that. So you just gotta, let me stop and say, how are you doing? How's your day? How are you being a healthcare professional and in all of this mess and totally stressed out? How are you doing mentally? Just how are you doing?
I'm tired. Like I'm drained. I'm tired. Just taking on a lot of everyone else's issues, which that's what I signed up for, and I enjoy doing it. But it's like the panic and the anxiety of everything that's going on with the election, and
it's a lot. It's a lot, and people like obviously when they need your assistance, they're not thinking that like, shit, I need somebody to talk to too, because I'm a little stressed out. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Right. Like this is your job, so you can. I suck it up, and I go to work, and I don't cheat any of my my patients or my clients. I don't cheat them at all. Like they would never know, but at the end of the day, I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on in the world? I'm tired. I'm just I just need a break.
Do you have a routine for yourself?
I used to, but since everything that's been going on, like I've been sleeping every chance that I can get, and I'm kind of nervous because I don't want to seep into that that seasonal depression because the sun's going down early. So I kind of try to be conscious of my sleeping and stuff, but when I have time, I'm usually sleeping.
But you got to take a second. You got to take a few minutes for yourself every day. I mean, we know how it is to, you're trying to uplift everybody else, and in the meantime, like you're like slowly like sinking. I'm trying to lift. I'm trying to lift. I'm just sinking. So you got to figure out how to keep yourself above board, because you don't really know what your pop point is.
Right. And that's what I'm kind of afraid of. Yeah.
You don't know what your pop point is. Yeah.
And I'm scared of who it might be projected towards.
So find create a habit. Try and create a new habit. And new habits are not necessarily, it's not going to be second nature, because you're so used to giving. and providing assistance, and you're not used to doing that yourself, but you have to make a habit, even if you have to schedule it, put it in your phone, like try and make a habit of doing something for yourself, whether it's like something, notable, or just like, I need this 10 minutes. I'm turning off the phone. I just need to breathe. I just need to, watch a video that makes me laugh, something that just kind of replenishes you. Even if it can't be fully, you get some kind of replenishment every day. You got to do it.
Right. That is true. I got to find time to do that.
You got to do it.
Yeah. Because I do so much and give so much of myself to everybody else. I don't have time to. So I definitely have to start scheduling time for that.
Yeah, you got to do it. And you may feel a little, less stressed out about your sister when you give yourself time, because at least you're getting it from someone, and that's you.
Right.
But you can't neglect yourself. You can't neglect yourself.
Right.
Don't do it. Don't keep doing it, I should say.
Yeah, don't keep doing
it. You have to remind yourself though sometimes, and even if you schedule it, put it in your phone like for 3 days a week, like literally at this time I know I'm off work, this is what I'm gonna do for me. Boom.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, now I have to commit to that.
Yeah, you got to. And that's why I say put it in your phone, because a lot of times, I won't commit to it. I'll just an alarm will go off and I'll be like, what the hell? And I'm thinking I got a lesson to give, or I got something, and it'll be like, oh no, you time. Oh, me. Right. Okay, it's me.
Oh, it's time for me now.
Yeah, it's fine for me. And if you got to do it, then do it. There's no shame in that.
Right.
There's no shame in scheduling it.
Yeah, I definitely have to do that, and not feel guilty about doing it.
Yes. Don't ever feel guilty about treating yourself ever.
Right.
Ever. It's always okay to be selfish. It's okay to be selfish. Because you're not selfish in the way that you don't care about other people. So for someone who is always giving, yes, it's okay to be selfish.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But thank you, sister.
Thank you so
Mary
much,
Clarence.
I feel a lot lighter.
I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do.
Shit off my tits. I feel great.
Yay!
I feel like you're like a distant auntie.
That's all right. I'll be that. Call me back.
I got you. Thank
you. Call
you.
auntie when you need something else.
I got you, auntie.
Okay, honey.